Let's talk about Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie. What the hell is going on at Lucasfilm? Okay, check this out. Ready? Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie reportedly to begin filming in the UK this year? What? We got to read this. What the hell is going on? Several exciting Star Wars movies are currently in development, including The Mandalorian and Grogu, set to premiere May 22nd, 2026, with Jon Favreau directing. Other upcoming feature films, Charmaine, Obaid-Chinoy, Dave Filoni, James Mangold, some of which are in pre-production or development. In addition, movies like Lando, starring Donald Glover, and Rogue Squadron, directed by Patty Jenkins, are also planned, though their status remains uncertain. There is also an untitled film by Shawn Levy, but little is known about its current development. In November of 2022, it was reported that Shawn Levy was in talks to direct a Star Wars film after his work on Deadpool and Wolverine and Stranger Things. However, in September 2023, Levy revealed that while development on the project had begun, it was delayed to the 2023 Writers Guild strike. Following the release of Deadpool and Wolverine, Levy confirmed that he is actively working on a movie, so this development is not at all surprising. Now, industry insider Daniel Richtman shared on his Patreon account that Levy's film might begin filming this year in the UK. Initially, the movie was planned to include Daisy Ridley reprising her role as an older Rey Skywalker, though details on her involvement have likely changed since then. This is not the first project to be rumored to have Ridley's involvement. The character is certainly being teased with a great future in the franchise, but the rumors are everything but positive, with the latest scoop claiming that her movie is on hold for the time being. The last update of the project was back in October when Stephen Knight stepped down as the writer of Star Wars New Jedi Order, and the movie was supposed to focus on Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order based on an ancient Jedi text. Read them, have you? Page turners, they were not. Okay, so let's talk about this. According to Daniel RPK, Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie very likely to film this year. Wow. Now, this comes in the context of a ton of Rey movie stuff. I've been talking about this for weeks, months, maybe years. Been trying to warn you. You want to know what Kathleen Kennedy's plan is? 6 more Rey movies. 6 of them. Holy shit. What? 6 Rey movies. Now, it is true that the current Rey movie with Charmaine, Obaid-Chinoy, and Steve Knight was writing it. First, it was Damon Lindelof was writing it. That movie appears to be, I don't want to say completely falling apart, but there's no way that movie's going to be ready for 2027. Well, probably definitely won't be ready for 2026 as well, right? So the current plan right now, or what the plan was to have 2 Star Wars movies in 2026 and another Star Wars movie in 2027. And I think, just given all the news and the buzz about all these different projects, like, bro, they're cooking up a lot of movies. They want to get Star Wars back into the theaters, okay? Now hang on, because I'm going to sneeze. Okay. So, got a ton of Rey movies. Star Wars trying to get back into the theaters. Charmaine, Obaid-Chinoy, and Steve Knight can't quite get it together, but they already announced Daisy Ridley coming back. Jeff Snyder's talking about how she might have multiple projects, signing massive deals. We had an article come out in the trade saying she's the most valuable asset in the Star Wars cinematic universe. What are they smoking over here? Okay. Now, I want to give some credit, and I want to try to be a little bit positive about this, okay? If I have to choose between Charmaine, Obaid-Chinoy, Rey movie, and Shawn Levy, Rey movie, it's Shawn Levy all day. It's not even close. I mean, Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy is not qualified to make this movie. On top of that, the story for this movie seems to be half-baked at best. You had Damon Lindelof come in with a pitch, and it was going to be a much older Rey. Then you have him quietly fired and Steve Knight gets brought in and they announce that Daisy Ridley's coming back to the role of Rey at Star Wars Celebration before they even have a script. So the story for this thing is half-baked. Charmin's not qualified. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Now, Shawn Levy, not only is he qualified, the resume is incredible. Just coming off Deadpool and Wolverine, and you know Kathleen Kennedy loves to take a budgeting career, someone on the rise, and make them do Star Wars so that it ends all of the velocity of their career and makes them the laughingstock of the entire community. So she probably wants to do that with Shawn Levy. And her producer instincts are correct here because Shawn Levy, he does have an incredible fan base. I think people are very excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. And Levy's co-writer that he did the Atom Project with, that's the guy that's coming over to help him with this movie. So the idea of Levy and the guy that wrote the Atom Project collaborating on a Star Wars movie is really cool. It could inject a lot of hopefulness in there. I think Levy has a great eye for action sequences and bombast, so it could be really entertaining and fun. The only problem, of course, is that you still have Rey at the center of this thing, which I judge to be a mistake. I judge this to be a weird, egotistical doubling down on the sequel trilogy, which, to be fair, the content of the sequel trilogy looks like fucking Citizen Kane compared to what they've put out on Disney Plus in the subsequent years. So I get that. But it's still, I think, a big old dumb decision. It's not smart, stupid. You want to bank on Rey Skywalker? Holy shit. So, I find myself to be conflicted about this news. Again, it is great that it won't be Charmin. I hope that movie never happens. No offense to her. Shawn Levy could actually do this. Levy could actually introduce a lot of elements to Star Wars that I think we need. He's competent. I love the co-writer. It's just that it's still going to be Rey. Now, to be fair, Rey's status in this movie is still a rumor. I think the way that Daniel reported it was like the status of her character in the film could be changing. That likely just means she's no longer older. She's going to be younger. And they might be taking some of the beats from Charmin's film or even Steve Knight's ideas and putting them into Levy's film because it seems like they really want to reestablish Rey to people. That seems to be top priority. Right? So, I don't know, guys. I mean, I guess this is good news because if you're rooting for Star Wars, this is a better strategy for them than doing the Charmin thing, etc., etc. But I'm still just like blown away that they actually think Rey is a character they can build off of and is this like really valuable asset and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's a wild situation to me. I feel like that's really dumb. But that's the news. Shawn Levy Star Wars movie to possibly film this year. And if it does film this year, we will get all sorts of leaks and rumors about it. If it does film this year, it'll likely be the movie that is either coming out in like Christmas time of 2026, which would kind of give it like a full 2-year production schedule, or it's a 2027 Star Wars movie, which again is good. Like, that's good. I just happen to think this is a terrible idea if it's Rey. So there you go. That's the report. What do you think of it? Let me know your thoughts about more Shawn Levy Star Wars, and potentially Shawn Levy Star Wars with Rey. What are your thoughts?